Hi there, my name's Paul Zajac.
And I'm Rob Egan.
Welcome to Boss Battles.
This is where we take D&D live play and smash together with sports commentary.
Kind of. So tonight we're doing the score for our episode Archon Raw Zaleos, which featured a take on one of the battles from the YouTube channel Shadows of Archonia, and I finally got a chance to wear the shirt, so it can be seen. Usually I'm on the smaller screen, so it's a cool shirt, a very comfortable shirt too, actually. So yeah. All right, so we're gonna go through the score, and let's just briefly recap the criteria that we rank. Why don't you go through the subjective criteria?
Yep. So for subjective criteria, we have role play. So how well did the players, role play within the battle? Originality, where would they come up with good strategies or use the environment and kind of work with it? Teamwork, how well did they actually work together and make sure that they had a plan going? Courtesy, which is just general respect. This is, I think, very important.
And how well prepared they are for their turns.
And how well prepared they are. Thank you. Yes. And then overall fun. Was it enjoyable?
Right. Was a battle fun to watch?
Yeah.
And then our objective criteria are: did they succeed in their goal? And next after that, it's how many rounds did it take? And we kind of give them a score for the higher score for fewer rounds, and it goes down. Then we look at the party damage as a percentage of the total damage of the battle.
Yep.
The party hit percentage, and then finally, how often is the party able to force the opponents to fail their saving throws, whether they're a spell or some other technique. Yeah. Okay, so let's go through it. We just briefly reviewed role play. Yeah, so role play, right?
The big top.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. So much effort that they put into it. James had his song, and I think actually they prepared more than one, depending on what contingency.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was crazy. So the role play gets a 4.25 out of 5. That's one of the higher scores we've seen for anything, basically.
Yeah, that was they definitely went over the top with the big top.
Big top, over the top with the role play.
And I loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
Next up, we have the originality. Again, being able to kind of use that the space and how they were working within the battle itself. And they got a 3.28 on that.
3.28 out of 5. Yeah. So a good above average score. Yep. Teamwork, similar, exactly same score, 3.28. They did work together well as a team, I think, using the illusions. And then, I think support characters, and there was a lot of support in that battle, that's kind of the definition of teamwork, right? The support guys and going out and doing the damage, they're doing other things to allow other party members to really do damage.
Yep. As for courtesy, again, just being respectful and of the other players, of the DM, of everyone's time, being prepared for rounds. Yeah. They scored a 3.38 out of 5. And
then was the battle fun to watch? And that scored a 3.93. We didn't mention this already, but we have in other videos. Who's ranking this? It's me, you, and then the players. Each team gives a score. Each team that wasn't playing, and then we eliminate 2 of those scores, the highest and the lowest, so to kind of keep it fair. Yep. All right, moving on to the objective criteria score. Success. Did they succeed? Yes, they get 5 out of 5.
Yep. Number of rounds. This battle did go on for quite a while, so the score is going to be a 2.
A 2. Yeah, they could have got a 1, but they got a 2. The party damage as a percentage of total damage. For that, they scored a 4.2. So that's a really high score.
Yeah. And for hit percentage, they got a 3.8.
And finally, the opponent fails save percentage. For that, they scored a 2.3. Okay, so how we come up with a final score, we add up all the scores that we just did. That would be a max score out of 50. We double it to make it out of 100. And then the additional things we add on are each team gets a bonus point if for previous episodes, they'd given a score,
Yep.
and so they get an extra 3 points for that. Also to mention that we do allow people to vote whether or not the Dungeon Master either boosted the party or disadvantaged the party, and nobody voted yes or no for that on this episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so the final score, then everything taken into consideration for the episode was a 76.04. So we'll put the leaderboard up, and that puts them into first place.
Wow, this is great. And we have one more team to go.
Right. We'll see.
We'll see what
gonna
happens.
Come down to the wire at the end of Tier 1. That's it. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Take care.